the way we are producing, the way we are consuming, and the way we are wasting, we will need 2.5 planets to be able to provide for this relentless consumption and exploitation of resources. And obviously that's not good news for anybody, because it means that the gap between the haves and the have-nots is only going to increase, as COVID demonstrated quite effectively. Those with wealth seem to have bounced back, recovered, and grown exponentially. And those with limited or no access to wealth got pushed further behind. And this is not an issue of just planet health, it's an issue of social well-being, it's an issue of gender, but most importantly, it's an issue of survival. So sustainability basically means to live in a way, to produce in a way, to consume in a way where you honor the earth's resources, you respect the earth's resources, and you understand that there is only that much that you can take, and if you are taking, you should give back in equal, if not more.
Alright, so that was a great thought. But Dia, when you wear your actress hat, and actresses are influencers, the youth, the girls, we follow the actresses. There are aspirations attached to the way you show up, and that's what really also drives consumerism. Now, wearing the two hats, how do you strike that balance, and what is that one thought you would like to give out where you strike a balance between aspirations and also looking at sustainability?
Very interesting question, yeah. Thank you for asking it, because I think what we need to answer for ourselves first as actors and communicators and storytellers is what idea of aspiration we want to further. Can we be examples of mindful, conscious consumerism? Can we become examples of individuals who care about impact? Can we become a part of stories and storytelling that helps more people recognize the importance of harmony and balance? And I think I can only speak for myself right now, but this companion of mine has been traveling with me. It's called the Traveling Bottle. It's been with me for 8 years now, and it has helped me, refuse over 10,000 single-use plastic bottles. I take it to the red carpet. I take it for panel discussions. I take it everywhere I go. Now, consistent repetition influences behavior, and if as people in the spotlight, people whose lives are watched closely, people who are, people aspire for our lives, our lifestyle, if we can set examples that are honestly earned and are consistent to our values, and it's something that we truly believe in and espouse, then there can be no greater privilege than that. Because when I now see, young people, old people, little children, just about anybody in any walk of life, whether it's in an airport or a radio station or a shopping mall, I see them carry their own bottles. It gives me a great sense of, happiness that in some way I may have influenced that behavioral shift.
That's right. The icons do also influence the minds of especially the youth, and they follow that. So with small changes,
I think the idea really is to create an aspiration of kindness, and that kindness has to extend itself to everything. The kindness to the self, kindness to the environment that you inhabit, and the kindness to just about everyone and everything.
Yes, and also be very, very consistent in that approach of thinking about the next generation, what we are leaving for them here on the earth. But there's so much happening. We hear so many incidents all across. It's very easy to get cynical in world today, right? There's very little changes actually are very laborious, and it takes a lot of consistency in the long term to show impact. And impact is what we are chasing when we look at sustainability. What keeps the hope alive that we'll make that change and not be cynical on a regular basis?
I think, for those of us who are working in the climate space and environmental protection, it's more than cynicism, it's just like, it's extremely overwhelming and it can be depressing because our wins are very hard won and the challenges are enormous, and I know every person in this room who is in this fight is completely understands what I'm saying here. Because what should be the norm continues to be the exception. How does human health, human life still remain an exception to the priority of the composition that makes businesses thrive? It cannot be like that anymore. We cannot allow ourselves to be fooled anymore. What gives me courage and strength and hope is the incredible energy I see in young people to speak truth to power, to hold not just governments and policymakers and their local, municipal bodies accountable, but to actually hold their own families accountable. I see young people driving incredible change at an immediate level. Whether they are driving initiatives to manage waste at source, they're coming up with incredible innovations to manage some of our most critical issues that are leading to environmental health and therefore human health issues. But what really excites me is to see so many more young people setting up social entrepreneurship. So everybody is very clear. Yes, I've got the education, but my intention is not just to make money for myself. I am greedy for good. I want to be able to make money, but I want to grow with everyone while I support people and the planet. And I recognize how urgent it is for more people like me to bring that shift. And I see this room full of such individuals, and I see more of them across the world, and that's what gives me hope.
All right, it's always important to be optimistic, right? And
Have to be. There's no way we can solve problems if we are not optimistic.
That's right. We live with that hope. And you mentioned the youth. Today, the youth is a lot more sensitive. They are
sensible.
They are minimalistic, and also because some people have made it cool. So as long as it remains cool, sustainability aspect, I think this will continue. But when we look at our daily habits, and that's where we can make small changes in our surrounding, and if everybody takes that responsibility, then a lot of difference can be made. So besides this water bottle that you carry, what are the other things you would like to advocate here to all of us who can make those small changes and then have some impact and some difference made on sustainability momentum?
Well, I'm a mother to 2 children. I'm raising a 4-year-old. My older child is 16. And I think there are about 7 things that I can list. And I always share these as 7 points because they're the colors of the rainbow. It'll be easy for those who want to remember. So the first one would be form a connection with nature. Find a way to interact and engage with nature every day. Come what may. It'll just make your life easier. It'll make you healthier. It'll make you feel better. But more than anything else, I think you'll discover that you're a part of something much bigger. And that idea of oneness, that connection with nature then will influence all your choices and help you be a better citizen of the planet. And I see this, I witness this in my children, and It's phenomenal what it does for them. The second thing I think that we can all do is to consume more consciously. So eat fruits and vegetables that are locally grown, that are not packaged in plastics. Eat more, support local farmers. Try and eat natural, pesticide, chemical-free. It'll be good for your health, but it will also kind of help the local economy and especially help farmers. The third thing that I think we can all do is make more conscious choices with the technology that we are using at home. So use more energy efficient appliances, avoid being wasteful with energy. So, those things that our fathers and our grandfathers and our mothers and our grandmothers said to us when we were growing up: turn off the fan when you leave the room, make sure the light is off. Why was that geyser turned on? It's the peak of summer. Just those habits, bring them back. So let's not be negligent of those little things. The fourth thing is the absolutely easy one to do, which is to refuse single-use plastics. It's the lowest hanging fruit. The fifth thing that I think we can all do is to segregate and manage our waste at home or at source. So whether it's your office or it's your home or it's your university, college, whatever it is, segregate, compost your natural kitchen waste. It's black gold. It does amazing things for the plants that you nurture, hopefully, and you will be relieving the landfills of some serious chemicals and gases that add to and accelerate climate change. The sixth thing that I think we can all do is support groups, individuals that are fighting for the protection and conservation of nature and wildlife and biodiversity. I think these individuals and these groups are hugely neglected in our country. A very big part of their work is being able to be carried out and done because they've received international funding and support. Very few legacy foundations in the country allocate funds for biodiversity protection. It's something that we need to prioritize much more. Because if we don't have our forests, we will have no water. It's just going to be a huge, huge issue. Biodiversity protection can become everybody's priority. Whether it's you giving 100 rupees a month to somebody or 50 rupees a month to somebody, make that donation, help those NGOs and those individuals. I think the last thing, the seventh thing that we can all easily do is to, and something I really enjoy doing, which is I plant trees in honor of the people in my life that I'm celebrating. So birthdays, anniversaries are celebrated with tree plantations. And it's wonderful because, somebody's 80th birthday, they receive 80 trees in their name, and obviously align yourself with, an organization that's actually doing the plantation, is doing it the right way. And so replacing gifts, which is replacing mindless consumption with mindful consumption, and replacing things with experiences, and honoring somebody's existence, their birth, their celebration, with all that provides them with life and health and peace and balance. And that is in protecting nature.
That is a great message, and all of them are so easy to really follow in our day-to-day lives. But I'm so glad that you mentioned one thing, that remember what your grandmother or your mother told you, switch off the light. I want to put this...
Has this ever happened to you when you're in an airport washroom and somebody turns the tap on and it's just running the water and they're soaping their hands, the water is running, and you're please tap on control.
Yes, but
now they pull out 5 tissues, yes, and one more.
So now I think the consciousness is much more, I would say, in our day-to-day lives. But the point I was driving to is that sustainability is not a Western concept that we have got during the whole COVID momentum. This was something that was inherent in our society. We have all grown up with all these, and we have to just go back to our roots and also redeploy them.
Nisha, India is the land of abundance. For centuries we were plundered and looted. Every leader from every part of the world wanted to be in control of our resources because they saw how much we had. And why did we have this? Because as a civilization, every part of this subcontinent, in all its diversity, recognized the power of nature. We worship nature. Why do we worship our trees, our rivers, our rain, our sun? Why? Because we understood that this is the source of everything. And we have to respect it and honor it. Somewhere along the way we forgot.
That's what
We just have to go back to remembering.
Yes, and it's as easy as that. So thanks for that great message that we have to just go back to our roots and just tweak our mindset a little and also connect with the nature. But you are from an industry, Dia, which has a lot of resonance with people on how they think. That is the film industry, media. It creates public consciousness. We have seen over time, OTT world especially, has been propagating a few social causes, including climate change. You think a lot more can be done by the industry?
Oh, absolutely. I feel there's actually right now a movement underway to inform and educate storytellers internationally and in India. I happen to be a part of that effort, wherein we are engaging with writers, filmmakers, directors, actors to help them understand how integral it is now to weave in the narratives of climate. So whether it is air pollution or it is climate change, so heat island effect, just all of those realities and truths. And we're not saying we need to make stories of cinema that's only focused on those aspects, but kind of weave it into the narratives to help people see and appreciate and also recognize that this is very much a part of the truth in our world today, and we need to start changing that quickly.
That's right.